Yo, what up? It's Don.
Samuel here.
Soul Brothers back up in it.
Tony Parker is the GOAT.
Ooh.
How many rings does that fool have?
A lot. He's got 5, right?
5?
Something like that.
Damn, that's a lot.
Yeah, 4 or 5.
But yeah, he's used to be with the Spurs, now he's with the Hornets, which kind of sucks. He's nearing the end of his career, but he does have a signature shoe with Peak, if you guys didn't know. So if you guys want to cop a pair, the link will be in the description box from Famuji. Thank you to Famuji for sending these out. It is $93 on their site. That's such a random number. 93, like what?
Yeah.
Making like 95, you know?
Yeah.
Anyways, is this a Tony Parker 6 or the TP6? Let's get straight into the review. Let's start off with the Tracciones.
Oh, you got two different opacities, right?
Yeah.
The semi-translucent and then a solid white.
Yeah. The white part in the forefoot really doesn't like touch the ground, I don't think.
Gradient dual loyal.
Yeah, that's the cushion, which we'll get into.
Huh.
But the traction is good. It's good on a clean court. Like, it has a good stop. Slightly squeaky, but dust is a huge issue. So dust, it picks it up fast, and it's really hard to wipe off the dust. So if you're playing on a dusty court, you're gonna be wiping a lot. And even when I did wipe off the dust, it still would not get a good stop. You know, like some shoes or most shoes, you wipe off the dust and you have a few good stops, and then it picks up dust again and starts sliding. This shoe, if there's any type of dust, and even though you wipe, it's still gonna slide.
I mean, it looks hella dirty.
Yeah, very, very dirty. There's a lot of dirt and dust buildup in this on this outsole. So yeah, dust is a really, really big issue. And I was sliding. I had to wipe. It was really annoying. So if you're playing on a dusty court, I would not recommend it. If you're playing on an outdoor court,
it's pretty soft rubber.
Yeah, it's pretty soft, but the grooves are really thick.
Yeah.
Both, I guess, this way and this way.
Yeah, they're deep and thick.
Yeah.
I guess.
So I don't know, man. It seems okay. There is a little bit of fraying though, and I only played in these indoors.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Take it with a grain of salt, but I feel like it should be okay.
Yeah.
Not the best, but yeah. Overall traction, I had okay. There was like 2 or 3 days where I played in this, and it was like really nice because it was super clean. But then all the other days, it was really dusty, and where we play is really dusty, so like I just didn't really like playing on the traction too much. So yeah, so there's that. Moving on to the cushion. The cushion, they don't specify what the name is, so I guess Peak didn't really name it, or that's the name Gradient Dual Density.
Yeah.
Is what they're calling it. So I guess you have a dual density foam in the pod areas. You can kind of see from the outsole, and then you have this green carrier. And this green cushion,
which is exposed
foam.
a little bit in the heel.
Yes, and it's really soft.
Yeah, it does feel really soft.
Really soft. But it's, I just don't think they put enough of it. Like the court feel is really good. It reminds me of the Harden BEs. Like really, really good court feel. You feel super low to the ground, especially in the forefoot. So you feel the kind of like bulging of the cushion here. You see that pod? I can feel that bulge a little bit in the ball of my foot. So that felt a little awkward, first of all. Second, it felt really stiff. I thought it would get soft and softer over time, especially since this foam is really soft. But in the forefoot, not really. I think it's just too thin in the forefoot. And then the heel, it's very, very caged. And they're calling it a technology. they call it something. They call it P-Boom. It says right here, P-Boom.
Ooh.
P-Boom. I don't know why. For Parker Boom. There we go. It's for
wow.
It's for Parker Boom. But yeah, so it's this really, really hard, stiff plastic cage that just cages the entire heel cushion and
infinity.
Yeah, infinity. Yeah, infinite stiffness is what it should be. It allows no compression in the heel. I guess my heel, like when I do a heel strike and stuff like that, it kind of digs in to the foam, I would think. But yeah, the cushion is mostly stiff. I thought it was going to get softer, but it's not. The only good thing about this cushion is that it's really low to the ground and very responsive. But impact protection is not that good, and it's not very soft or bouncy or anything like that. So yeah, it just feels stiff. So not a very good cushion setup there. Moving on to the upper.
Yeah, you got a half synthetic here in the front, right?
It's real leather.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it feels pretty nice.
Yeah, it's pretty nice actually.
Yeah. So like, there's a lot of crease marks and stuff. The leather is full grain. It feels a little thick, but that's just in the toe area, and so kind of like an overlay. And then in the back and also in the midfoot area, you have a knit upper. The knit doesn't feel like the best type of knit ever. Like, I'm comparing it to like the KD11s or the LeBron 16s, but it's still not bad. It's only $93, so the knit is okay as far as quality goes, and it is a one booty upper. It's really weird because like you see it in the back, it's like the ankle part is one piece, and then the midfoot and forefoot area is another piece, and they just kind of like put it over it, you know?
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, it looks and feels pretty premium in hand, though.
Yeah, it's
especially
okay
for the price. I mean, it's not like crazy or anything, but
yeah. So the materials, they're not bad. They feel really nice on foot as well. The leather doesn't feel like cumbersome. It doesn't feel stiff. I didn't have any pinching or anything. I did need to break it in just a little bit, as far as like, at first it's not as soft as, you know, when you actually break it in, you know, but when you get it, it's still pretty soft, you know?
Right.
So yeah, materials I liked, and I thoroughly enjoyed the materials there. I like the choice of materials that Peak used in the shoe. Moving on to fit, so true to size, it does fit really, really snug in the toe area. Like really snug. So if you don't like that, then, you know, you should probably stay away from this shoe. But I like having a snug toe area and toe box, you know, and so I like that. It does fit a little narrow as well, not the most narrow, but just slightly narrow. And you know, it's really easy to slip this shoe on since it is a one booty upper, but like once you tighten the rope, also you have some rope lace.
Yeah, those are big, thick, nice rope laces.
Yeah, so once you tighten those up, the shoe tightens on your foot, and your foot is held in, which I guess kind of brings us to like support and lockdown. So yeah, I mean, fit is good. Support and lockdown is also really good. In the forefoot, I didn't really think there was going to be any issues, but it did kind of worry me that there is no counter or anything, you know?
Yeah.
But the leather material is so supportive that there was really no issues for lateral containment. So you're held in there. You have this P-boom caging that comes up here in the heel, also acting as a heel counter, and also you have an internal TPU heel counter as well. So your heel is locked in. You have a slight outrigger, you know, it does come out a little bit. This kind of reminds me of the Jordan 13 a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, so you have an outrigger as well. It's pretty wide. You feel laterally stable, so the support and lockdown and all that felt really good. Moving on to the weight, kind of heavy, right?
Yeah, 13.2.
13.83. So
yeah,
it's slightly heavy, especially for my size. Does it feel heavy? Not really. It feels pretty minimal actually. Like the materials aren't too puffy or too thick or anything, and the cushion isn't like too, you know, I guess like chunky or anything either, especially in the heel. The only thing is like it is slightly clunky, I guess, for a heel to toe transition because there's absolutely no heel compression, but this little shape does help, you know, to make the heel to toe transition a little bit smoother.
How's overall comfort?
Overall comfort, it's okay. I mean, materials are soft, conforms to your foot really well, so the materials feel nice on foot, but the cushion is not what I expected it to be. It's not that soft. So if you're looking for a really comfortable, mushy, really soft type of casual shoe, then you're not gonna find it here. But if you're just casually wearing it, you should be okay.
Right, and the break-in time, how's that?
Breaking time, you don't really need to break anything in. The cushion never really breaks in. Materials do break in a little bit and get softer, especially in the toe area. But when you first get it, it's still like not super stiff or anything. So, and also the traction never really broke in either, as far as like being good on dust. It's just like permanently not good. So, yeah, really no breaking time for the shoe at all.
Okay, durability?
Durability should be okay, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
seems pretty well built.
Yeah, it seems like a tank. No issues with glue work or anything. I do have a little bit of a kink here.
Yeah, a little bit of a scuff. Also, the outsole is not the most durable, right? You said you had some fraying.
You see here.
Yeah.
In the forefoot here, in the translucent parts.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of fraying.
Plus, the rubber is a little soft, so outdoor use is not like fully recommended.
But comparing it to other shoes, I feel like it should be okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. How's the ventilation?
Yeah, no. It's pretty damn hot, especially with the toe area. You're not gonna get any ventilation or airflow going through this leather material. So.
Yeah. Aesthetics?
I like it.
I think they're dope.
Especially this colorway. No,
They're very dope. I mean, if this had an Adidas logo or
Nike.
a Nike logo, I feel like people would just automatically be more apt to saying that they look dope.
Yeah.
Who cares who makes them?
It looks sick. Cool. Yeah, it's a cool design, man. Especially in the Tony Park. He's had some ugly ass shoes from Pete.
Yeah.
Last year's was pretty cool since they did get new designers, but the ones before were pretty whack. So I think Tony Parker's pretty happy about that.
Yeah.
But he's getting paid, so he doesn't care.
Yeah.
Wrapping things up, $93 is budget.
Yeah.
And it's a signature shoe. So that's a good price. Is it a good performer? I don't know, man. Like, so the two things that I really didn't like is the cushion. Like, the cushion is super stiff. It hurt my feet, like, you know, playing in these, especially in the forefoot. And the traction on dust wasn't very good, you know? So I think if those were, like, a little bit better, I would like the shoe a lot more than I do right now. But, yeah, I guess if you're playing on the clean court and you don't mind, you know, stiff cushions, you want, you know, crazy response from your cushion, then this is the shoe to get. But other than that, yeah, I didn't really enjoy playing in these too much, you know. But for $93, comparing it to other shoes that are $93, I guess like the KD Trey, you know. So I guess for a budget model, for the price, it's a good performer. But comparing it to like my favorite performers or like the top performers that you know, top performing basketball shoes that you can get right now, it's not all there. You know, there are some missing aspects as far as categories go. So yeah, that's the performance review. Again, if you guys want to call, we'll leave a link below. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next one.
Later.
Peace.